I'm Dan Harlan, and I'm a creative genius. I grew up in the theater. What I didn't know at the time was that my mom had been a magician's assistant before I was born. She had performed some amazing magic for us as kids, but I really didn't know where her magic came from. One of her best tricks, I think, was to produce a bar of soap from behind my ear to get me to take my bath. I think that's the real magic of a mother right there. Tonight I'll be performing one of my inventions. It's the most popular card trick of the modern age. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Penn and Teller already know how this trick is done, but I've got a twist for them.
Our next performer first hit the stage when he was 2 years old. I wonder if he regrets all the time he wasted for the first 23 months of his life. Please welcome Dan Harlan.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I'm a creator of magic, and I wanted to share with you one of my favorite creations that's also been very popular with magicians around the world, something I came up with 25 years ago. And it uses this deck of cards on which I've drawn a picture, a little stick figure magician. Now, I haven't just drawn him on this card, I've actually drawn him on all of the cards, and all of those pictures are a little bit different. So that if I do this, he appears to move. He reaches up, takes off his hat, and he's about to pull something out, but you know, I don't want you to see what that is yet, because I'm gonna need a card named. Now, I could just ask Penn to name a card, but he would say the 3 of clubs, most likely, and I'm gonna use the time-honored traditional committee method. Now, since I don't know anyone here, I'm just gonna select somebody, and I'm gonna toss my little friend here. He's for good luck. His name is Bones. Here we go. Oh, right next to you. Can you get him? Yeah, fantastic. Will you stand for me, please? Hi. And what is your name?
Erica.
Erica, here's what I'd like you to do. I want you to imagine that you have an invisible deck of cards, and you've separated them for some reason or another into the red cards on one side and the black cards on the other side. So you have 2 imaginary piles there, and what I'd like you to do is to select one of them to keep. Whatever you choose is what we'll use. So would you like the red cards or the black cards?
The red cards.
The red cards? Well, then we'll take the black cards and just toss them away. Do the same thing in your mind. Now, I'd like you to take Bones and hand him to the person next to you. And thanks, you may be seated. Thank you so very much. And would you please stand for me? Hi, and applause for her as well. And what's your name?
Troy Netta.
Troy Netta?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, terrific. Okay, so Troy Netta, your choice is a little more limited. We've got the red cards here, and you're going to imagine separating them into the hearts and the diamonds. And then you're going to choose which ones we keep. Same as your friend. So would you like the hearts or the diamonds?
The hearts.
The hearts. Well, I've forgotten which side we put them on, so it's all imagination anyway. We'll just toss those and call these the hearts. Would you do me a favor and then hand Bones to the person next to you? And thank you so much. You may be seated. And sir, stand up. This applause is for you. What's your name, sir?
Scott.
So, Scott, your choice is a little more complicated than the first 2, but I'm sure you're way ahead of me here. You're going to, in your imagination, spread out the cards. These are the hearts. So we have 13 of them, and you're going to choose just one to keep, all from the obvious ace to the desirable jack, queen, and king, or all of the numbers in between. It really is your choice. Which one of those should we keep?
The 10 of hearts.
The 10 of hearts. So in your imagination, I want you to separate out, I'm not sure exactly, I think it's right about there. You separate out all the other cards and you toss them aside, leave the 10 of hearts right out in the open like that. That's fantastic. And then toss Bones up to me. Not bad. Oh, almost. Again, don't be concerned about him. It's his job. He's going to watch the rest of this from right here in my pocket. Now, if I remember correctly, you've all decided on the 10 of hearts, yes? And you won't be surprised that there is, in fact, a 10 of hearts in this deck. And so I'm going to replace your imagination with something very, very real. An actual card, the 10 of hearts, so that we don't forget which one you've chosen. And now, let's see the magician perform. He reaches up. He takes off his hat. He reaches inside. Now, most people expect him to pull out a rabbit. And those do look like ears, but they're not. Those are the corners of a folded card. When he pulls it out all the way, it unfolds, and he takes a look at it. And he looks pretty happy, because when he turns it over, it is the 10 of hearts. The very same one.
Wow, Dan Harlan, everyone! Wow.
Hi, Allison.
That was fantastic.
Well, thanks. Thanks very much.
And I love your drawings.
Thanks, yeah.
I'm a big fan of stick figure drawings.
Oh, yeah, me too, obviously, right?
So you invent magic tricks.
Sure do. Yep.
And then they sell like hotcakes.
Well, many of them do. You know, the way it is with inventions, some sell better than others. You just got to keep at it until you come up with something good.
But you have, if I'm not mistaken, the magic trick that sold the most out of any magic tricks?
That would be this one right here.
That's so cool. And then you decided to bring it on to fool Penn and Teller?
Sure, you know.
What if they bought it?
It's very likely that they know this trick. As a matter of fact, I brought it on because it's my first chance to perform it on television for everybody, and I really wanted to do something that's close to my heart.
Okay, well, it's time to go to the boys.
How many tricks can someone get in magic that they can buy in a shop and that they can learn and is good enough to destroy people on national TV? Absolutely destroy them. Every magic trick I see, I get sick to death of. I've seen this thing probably 100 times. I love it every time, but I've never seen the creator do it. Yeah. Fabulous, wonderful, just wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks. Well,
you didn't fake us out with the reach under the table either. Go ahead.
No, I didn't, right?
It's a perfect use of a deck of cards. And I also love the little inside thing that in gambling parlance, to look for marked cards, you flip through them and it's called going to the movies.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you made that real.
Yeah. Now, I do have to say one thing though, and you may not like this, but because of what you've said, I absolutely have to say it. This deck of cards, I drew it especially for this show. And there isn't anything unusual about the cards at all. As a matter of fact, these cards, all of them, just have the drawings that reveal just the 10 of hearts and only the 10 of hearts, and it worked.
What?
It means that you guys...
May I pick them up?
And
wow!
For your very own.
Wow!
You may keep them. I don't know how you'll divide them.
Wow! That's amazing! Beautifully done at every level. Just perfect.
Thank you. Oh, so nice. So
That
nice.
is so incredible. Cool.
Thanks, everybody.
So thanks again, man.